2.
Welcome to this week's edition of the Wiccan Forum. I'm Robert Vecchio.
And I'm Steve Pulaski.
We are coming to you again from Practical Magic 2 in Prompton Lakes, New Jersey. We will be talking about current issues as well as having guests. They will be guests that have just performed the ritual for a Sabbath or an Esbat, which are basically holidays and full moons. And there will be occasionally people that are on here with different views. We are here to enlighten you upon Wicca. Wicca is a nature-based, peace-loving religion. Our basic principle is do what you will, but harm none. Whatever you put out there will come back to you 3 times. So my first current issue is I was watching the opening ceremonies last night for the Winter Olympics in Vancouver. And I forgot his name, but the guy that's in charge of getting all the Olympics together and doing everything, and he was giving his opening speech, and in front of everybody, in front of over 1 billion people, he used the word magic in like 5 or 6 different times. Now, I know he was probably thinking magic abracadabra, but I took it as magic, like Wiccan magic, and I think magic is becoming more streamlined.
Magic is more out in the open these days, definitely.
Yeah, I can't think of the correct word I was looking for, but I think by him saying that and reaching over 1 billion people, it really hit home. And you were mentioning something before.
I had never realized that after they light the torch, they light the Olympic fire. I always just thought of it as a fire in a bowl. And this morning on the news, they called it the Olympic cauldron. Yeah. That's the first time I ever heard it called that.
And if you notice, in the Olympics last night, they were having technical difficulties. There should be 4
flames.
4 legs. And only 3 of them came out. So I took it as like the Triple Goddess was trying to say something to us. And all night long they were having Native Americans or Native Indigenous people, because now obviously it's in Canada and it's not Native Americans. So they were having the First Nations all throughout, and they were dancing as the parade of nations were coming in. So it was very nice. I really liked the opening ceremonies. Did you get a chance to see
I didn't watch it. I was reading spell books.
Okay, watch it. I'm sure it's online, so. Okay, let's go to our first and only guest this week. Please welcome Liana Morley. Hello, welcome.
How are you?
I'm okay, how are you?
Good.
Welcome to the show, first of all.
Thank you.
The first part is going to be all about meditation, and describe your definition of meditation.
Okay, my definition of meditation would be, it would be reaching an alternative state where you can relax and communicate with others, with spiritual beings, or it can be a healing time.
Now, is there a difference between meditation and hypnosis?
Yes, hypnosis is a time when others can bring you to, bring in alternative, they can tell you different things that they want to tell you and change your thought patterns about things. Like they use hypnosis for like weight loss or stop smoking. Meditation is a time for relaxation and more communicating with spirit beings, or it can be used for healing, mental health healing.
And
it
getting
can be
answers.
used for getting answers about your personal life.
Have you ever made anybody cluck like a chicken during meditation?
No, I've never made anybody cluck like
How
a
about
chicken.
hypnosis? Do you do hypnosis?
I don't do hypnosis.
Would you say meditation is more or less a healing from within?
Meditation is definitely a healing from within, from being, it's from channeling the divine to help heal within.
Now, we just went through a spirit guide meditation. Can you tell us a little bit about it?
With the spirit guide meditation, what we do is we start to relax, and we do a little bit of some progressive relaxation to just kind of relax and let go of what happens, what we bring into the room from our daily lives. Because everybody comes into meditation with a lot of junk from whatever's gone on in their days. And we let go of what's gone on in our lives, and then we do some, we enter into our journey by going on a spiritual quest to, I guide people to a place while they are in this relaxed state. And while they're in this relaxed state, they are able to communicate on another plane and another level, and they're able to receive messages from other spiritual beings. So I guide them to another place where they're able to receive these messages. So we go to maybe a place, a calmer place, somewhere outside of this room, where we're not physically outside of this room, but emotionally, mentally, we're outside of this room.
Now, how long have you been meditating for?
I've been meditating for probably
too long.
Too long. That's a good answer. At least 15 to 20 years.
Okay. Now, you'll be back in the later weeks and talking about chakra cleansing meditation, so I want to stick more with the spirit guide. Have you ever not had a spirit guide come to you during your meditations?
I've had difficulty with meditations myself. In my earlier practices of meditation, I had difficulty getting to a relaxed state, and when you are not in a relaxed state, sometimes it's difficult to be able to receive messages.
Now, spirit guides a little bit the same as angels?
Spirit guides are...
Or I should say guardian angels?
Spirit guides are somewhat like angels, yes. But they're... Some people could call them angels. They could be anybody who's passed. They could be anybody. They could be an angel.
Like, I know when I've done my spirit guides, I've had old dogs that have come to me. My mom has come to me, so... A spirit guide could be somebody who you know. A spirit guide could be somebody who you don't know. It could be an angel. It could be an animal that you've had previously. Could be an animal who you haven't had. Could be like a lion, and I don't know about you, but I've never had a lion as a pet. No. How often would you suggest somebody to meditate? I would suggest somebody to meditate daily. Daily, okay. The more you meditate, the easier it will come to you, and the more healthy you will be physically and emotionally. That's better said.
You definitely feel more grounded after one of your meditations.
Absolutely.
You definitely go to another space and you come back more relaxed and knowing what you're supposed to do than when you entered the room.
Absolutely.
I enjoyed every time. I think this was one of the most successful meditations I've had in a while. I actually got down further down than I actually have been in the past, and I cried a little bit, and I wanted certain answers, but I don't think my mom gave me those answers. I think she created more questions.
Well, one thing you need to remember about with meditation is you need to go into it with an open mind and not expecting anything,
yes.
Not looking for certain things. You may go in looking, wanting certain answers, but you need to be open to whatever comes to you.
Well, on that note, I have to stop part 1 of this, and join us for part number 2, where we'll be talking with Liana about fairies. See you soon.